Welcome to MySQL AppiWorks for Zoho Books. MySQL AppiWorks for Zoho Books is a Zoho Books extension that integrates Zoho Books and MySQL to automate your custom workflows like export data, import data, and view data directly from Zoho Books. Before proceeding with the demo, let's quickly see how we can install the extension to Zoho Books from Zoho Marketplace. Search for Zoho Marketplace in the browser and click on the link as shown here. Search for the MySQL AppiWorks for Zoho Books in the search bar. After search, you will see the option to install. After installation, you can see that it has added MySQL AppiWorks in the web tab. Click on MySQL AppiWorks to set up the automation. After initialization is completed, you can click on Start Automating button to create new automation services. At first, you need to set up the connection with Zoho Books. This is a one-time process. Provide your own connection name and click on Authorize with Zoho Books button to establish a connection with Zoho Books. As you can see, it has successfully established connection with the Zoho Books. Click on Create New Service button to set up the new service. We will see how we can make use of export service of MySQL AppiWorks. Provide name to your automation service. Choose the automation type as export and go to next step. Here, we need to configure the Zoho Books. Choose the Zoho module on which you need to perform export service. In this demo, we will go with Contacts module of Zoho Books, in other words, customers of Zoho Books. In the next step, we need to configure MySQL. At first, establish a connection with MySQL. Click on plus button next to connection drop-down as shown here. After providing the credentials, click on Connect button to create the connection. Next, we need to choose the object, or in other words table, from MySQL into which we need to export the data. In this demo, we will export to Customers table in MySQL. Next, choose the action. In this demo, we will go with Create Action. In the next step, we need to do the mapping of fields between MySQL table columns and Zoho Books module fields. Click on the mapping here. As you can see, the intelligent mapping has found few similar fields which can be mapped automatically, so let us do that by clicking on Yes button. Also, you can do the mapping of remaining fields by clicking on Add button as shown here. In the final step, let us set up when this service needs to be executed. First toggle button is for auto export. Here you can decide when this service needs to be triggered. If you want to run new creation of record in Zoho Books module, check the first checkbox, and if you want to run during edit of record, you can check second checkbox. Second toggle button is for manual execution. If you want to perform manual export, enable this button. Finally, enable the last toggle button to activate the service. If the service is not active, no action will be executed. Save your service. It will redirect you to services listing page. Let's see how we can execute export service. Go to the Zoho module on which you have configured the export service. Create a new customer as shown here. Provide all the details and click on Save button to create new customer. Now, let us go to MySQL Workbench and see whether the newly created customer is added to the customer table. Let us search for John in the customer table. As you can see, the newly created customer in Zoho Books is added to customer table in MySQL. Next, we will see how we can execute manual export. Go to Customers List page in Zoho Books and open any customer details page. On the top right, you can see the MySQL AppiWorks for Zoho Books button. Click on that. It will open up a modal, which will show you all the services which are enabled for manual execution. As you can see, it brought services which are enabled for manual execution. On click of execute, the corresponding service will get executed and it will export the customer on which the MySQL AppiWorks button is clicked. You can see that it has exported customer successfully to the MySQL table. Close the modal, and let's go to MySQL Workbench to see the newly exported record. Search for Robert in the customer table, and you can see that it has added customer into the table. Now, in manual export we also support bulk export for invoices module. In the invoices listing page, choose the invoices which you want to be exported, and click on the MySQL AppiWorks button as shown here. If you have configured service for invoice module, it will show here and you can execute the manual export. Now, let's see one more type of automation called import. We are here at the service listing page. Click on Create button to create new automation service. Give name to your automation service. Choose the automation type as import and go to next step. Here, we need to configure the Zoho Books. Choose the module on which you need to import the data. In this demo, we will import into contacts or customers module of Zoho Books. In the next step, we need to configure the MySQL. At first, choose the connection or create new connection of MySQL. Next, choose the object or table from MySQL from which you want to import the data. Here, we will choose customer table as the object. In the next step, we need to do the mapping between Zoho Books module fields and MySQL table columns. Click on Mapping. As you can see, the intelligent mapping has found few similar fields which can be mapped automatically, so click on Yes button to do the same. You can do the mapping of remaining fields by clicking on Add button as shown here. In the next step, we need to preview the data from MySQL table. You can either filter the data by providing filters or you can click on Preview button to visualize the data to be imported into Zoho Books. As you can see, it brought all the data from MySQL customer table to preview and import. Choose the rows from the table to be imported and scroll to the bottom of table. There are two types of import. One is quick import and another is scheduled import. Using quick import, you can import the selected rows from table instantly, and using scheduled import, it can import on regular interval automatically. Let's see how we can do the quick import. Click on Import Now button to import the selected rows from the table instantly. As you can see, it has imported the selected rows from above table successfully. In the final step, save your service for future use. Let's go to Customers in Zoho Books and see newly imported data from MySQL. As you can see, the selected customers are the ones which are imported from MySQL. Now, let us see one more type of automation service called View. In this demo, we will visualize the details from royalty management system tables from MySQL. So let's go to MySQL and see the tables from which we are going to visualize the data for customer in the Zoho Books. As you can see, MySQL has the table for loyalty. The table includes loyalty-related details for each customer. And we have table for offers for different types of customers such as customer or vendor. We also have a table for rewards. The table contains rewards for each customer. So, now let's get back to the MySQL AppiWorks and create view services for each table related to loyalty management system. Click on Create button in order to create new view service. Let's create a view service for loyalty first. Give name to your automation service. Choose View as automation type. In the next step, configure the Zoho Books module in which you want to visualize the data from MySQL. In this demo, we will visualize the loyalty details for the customer, so let's choose Contacts as module. Next, configure the MySQL choose the MySQL connection and the table from which you want to visualize the data, so let's choose loyalty as table or object. In the next step, we need to set up the connecting filter. Basically, the connecting filter is a link between Zoho Books and MySQL. Make sure it is unique. In this demo, we want to visualize the loyalty details for the customer, so let's choose email field as connecting filter. Finally, save your service. Next, we will create 2 more view services for rewards and offers table related to loyalty management system. The service configurations are same as previous view service, so let's quickly create view service for both of these tables. Let's create view service for offers table from MySQL. The only difference in service configuration is the connecting filter. Here we will choose the eligibility type from offers table and contact type field from Zoho Books customer module as connecting filter. Finally, save your service. So, we have now created 3 different services for each table related to loyalty management from MySQL. Now, let's go to Customers module and visualize the data for the customer. As you can see in the related lists, the first 3 configured view services can be visualized here. It will fetch the data for opened customer and will show data in nice table format. You can see here it fetched the data from all the loyalty tables associated with this customer. So, this is how we can make use of view service and visualize the data right inside Zoho module. So these are the different services which we are currently offering in the MySQL AppiWorks for Zoho Books. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.